Hey everyone, Alex from cnc-o-rama here, and today I want to talk about extensions to 2D geometry. So when you select an edge to do a simple, maybe like a contour, um, there's just tricks to doing that where a contour normally seems like a pretty simple toolpath, but if you learn these extra tricks, they're really helpful. So let's look at this contour here. So first, let's look at this part. So let's assume this is just a piece of rough stock, and all they need is for these three shapes to come out of the rough stock. Let's also assume this rough stock is not perfectly the same every time, but we need these three shapes to be the same. So if I was doing that, what I would want, let's see, I got these three open chains selected already. If you right click and edit on one of these chains, you have the extension. So I could do like 0.1. That's the start extension. And let me open this a little bit. Start extension and end extension. So what that does is it just adds length to your chain or your geometry there. And by default, if I edit the start extension, it also puts the same number in the end extension. I can make those different if I want. So let me just hit OK there. Another thing you can do, if you select all these chains, you can right click and do align extensions. And again, I can say 0.1. And that will make all of them the same. So let me just click OK, just look at what we have. So the toolpath just comes out further at the start and end. So that's one cool thing you can do. All right, so on this part, if you look at kind of the base shape of it, it's really just a rectangle, but it's got all these little funny cutouts in it. And when you have that, it kind of gets annoying trying to do a contour around it. So really what I'm trying to do is contour all the way around the part and then later come back and deal with these little cutouts here. So one way I could do it, I'm going to go into this contour here. If I select my geometry, maybe I'll select here. That gives me a closed chain. But what I want is the tool has to go all the way to the bottom of the part. And if it's going to cut in here, that's going to remove all this material right here. So what I could do is I could edit this so you can select that. And I can say, actually, I want this to come down here and then back up. And then down here. And then back up. And what that does, it gives us the contour we want. And that works. But I'm going to show you another way to do this. Let's say I just select this edge, and I'll reselect this to edit it. And let's say I make this an open chain, and I'll do it from there to there. So I'll click OK. And then I'll do another open chain. So if I select here, edit this. So you can either right click on the chain to edit it or reselect it after you select it to edit. And then I want my chain to end there. So this is one way I could do it. But there's a problem here is the material right in this area is not going to get removed. So here's the cool trick I found. So I'm going to hold shift and select both of these. I'll do align extensions. And I'm just going to go kind of overboard. Let me say 0.25 is the extension. And what I'm looking for, oh, I didn't do enough. I want these extensions to actually overlap. So I'm just going to go 0.5. Okay, so now they more than overlap. So I have two chains. And let's look at this. Or let me first click OK to show you what's going to happen. So it's two chains, but this part, it treated it as if it's a single chain and goes all the way around. So that's the one cool thing about this. Let me adjust my heights here. So instead of the contour, I want to go to, let's say we're going to go to model bottom. All right, so it goes all the way around. And let me do another thing here. On my linking tab, preferred lead-in positions, I'm going to say right here. So not only does it treat two separate open contours as a closed contour now, but I can even change the lead-in position on that that contour, which is really two contours that it's treating as a closed contour. So that's just the really cool, helpful thing I found, and hope you think that's cool too. All right, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Send a link to your friends, everything. Thank you.